Welcome back to Requiem Gaming and our playthrough of A Plague Tale Requiem. And, I did finally get the damn gates to go all of the way down. It was a glitch, and it was basically that with this thing, where the glitch happens is the game wants you to basically walk Amicia and Lucas around in a circle, and instead of having that just be one key press, they decided to have it, you know, be back and forth key presses every time you get to the end of the half circle. But for some reason, my game decided to glitch out and make them walk backwards on the second key press, which is why I was having the glitch issue and couldn't get the grates to go the whole way down. So after I closed out the game and rebooted it and tried it again, it worked, and they went the full circle, as they were supposed to do in the first place.
Meat stock.
We need a preservative agent, like alcohol. Maybe in that chest.
All right. Let's try to keep these rats occupied first.
Good.
Okay.
But it won't be enough.
What do you mean it won't be enough?
No! No!
There's no rats there! Really? Ah. How is she getting eaten by something that isn't there? And now the deer isn't there. Great.
Don't fall.
Thank you, Lucas.
Hello. This game is going to be a buggy mess, isn't it? Why can't we jump in this game? Seriously. So what was the point of coming over here? Oh my god, really? Are we just gonna be bug after bug after bug now? If that's the case, I'm not gonna be able to do this series. Because I am not gonna pause the recording and shut everything down every time we run into a freaking bug. Ah. Why the hell can't developers...
Sulfur, right?
Yes! Some spilled on these planks. The chest up there might contain more. Fresh sulfur would be perfect.
Let's get up there. A crank. There's an elevator.
Alright. What the... I did not hit E on the freaking ladder. I was standing over here. My god, girl.
You're doing all right?
Having the time of my life. Of course. It won't stay.
Can I help?
Good idea.
Alt. E.
Lucas, I need you to take care of this.
Of course. Holding.
We're losing time.
Oh, shut up. You don't know what time is. So what's the point of this? Are we supposed to put it on the elevator?
On your go.
You can let go now.
Very well.
Really? So she can't jump down on top of the cart, but she can off of that ledge. Even
we need
though...
to move faster. I'm worried about Hugo.
The tower's not
Oh,
that far.
shut up,
We
Amicia.
gotta go downhill.
We don't even know if he's in there. And with the rats. And those mercenaries.
Hey! One thing at a time.
Yes. Good.
So, found anything?
You were right. It's sulfur.
Yes! Now that is very good news.
Okay.
Alright. We need a second element. Then we'll craft an ignifer. Remember?
Ignifer. I forgot about this. Let's check that other room.
Why can't I take that? Alright. Can't do the freaking jump. So now I'm over here. I can't jump across. I can't get to there. What is the glitch out here? I mean, is it the stupid deer carcass that is no longer spawned? And the... Really? Game, come on. God. Seriously, why can't developers properly beta test their games and solve these issues before release? And then fix them after release? So basically, I'm gonna shut down the game and see if that will respawn the freaking deer so that I can drop it into the pit and jump and get across and not get eaten, even though all of the rats were over eating that deer and there were none at the bottom of that freaking ladder. Ugh! And this is just extra complications for complication's sake. This is not... like, it's a combination of glitch plus complications, but without the added complications to make it a less straightforward process, you wouldn't have these glitches. Like, your code would have been tighter because you wouldn't have been packing so much bullshit into it. Alright, so I restarted the game. The deer still isn't here. The rats are still running amok. I don't know what the hell to do at this point. Like, seriously, why couldn't we have just had a freaking jump element to this game? I mean, the E is to run further. I mean, there's nothing here to shoot at. There's another deer carcass over there.
Disgusting.
It looks safe.
Good. Let's get to that chest.
God, they still look like they haven't eaten in a million years.
Really? Like, I still can't go down there. There's still a bunch of rats over here. What the F? Like, what is the point of this? So we fed the rats. But I can't go down the ladders. There's nothing else to feed them. Really? What? What am I supposed to do? Like, I can't get over there if the rats are... You know. Come on, Amicia. Walk across the freaking plank. We fed the rats. I'm not allowed to jump. I'm not allowed over on that platform. There's a ladder up there that I can't do anything with. There's ladders here that I can't do anything with. Seriously, come on. I mean, do I just have to let her die and get the game to reset the section? Because I am... Here. Come on, Amicia. Let's go kill you and just... Here, rats. Free food. Restart section. Alright. So we're over here again. We got the stuff.
We need a second element.
Yes, we need a second element.
Remember?
Yeah, I know.
I forgot about this. Let's check that other room.
And now there's no deer here. There's no deer over there. Wait. What the freak? Give me one... Yeah, I just tried to see how to do this and what I'm missing, and I am not missing anything. The deer are just gone. I cannot distract the rats, so I cannot drop down. And, I can't craft the ignifier without the stuff that is in that chest, the alcohol. And there's nothing left to drop to feed the rats to distract them. And I don't know what to do at this point, except, restart section? Like, can I completely restart this section? Not go back to the beginning of the chapter, just... No, this isn't far enough back. This really isn't far enough back.
Second element. Then we'll craft an ignifier. Remember?
Yes, I know.
I forgot about this.
But there's no deer over here. I can't distract the damn rats. There's nothing to distract them with now that the deer are gone. And I am not going back.
It looks safe.
Good.
All
Let's
right.
get to that chest.
So why wasn't I allowed to do that the first time?
So, what's in it?
Alcohol bottles.
Yes, that's good. Very good. Come back.
How am I supposed to come back? The rats are back. Like, I'm stuck over here now because I can't go down. I can't go across. There's no second deer over here. What the hell? Game! No. All right. sling. Like, how do I... Alright. Do I have a freaking crafting menu somewhere that I forgot about? As it used to be this. I have what I need to do the ignifier. Why can't I not craft the ignifier? Because if I could do that, maybe I could get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take a break. If this is how buggy this game is, because I am not going to go back and restart entire chapters over and over again just to get past bugs like this. Like, when my option of restarting the section does not fix the fact that there is no deer carcass hanging there, and I already blew that one, and I can't get out of this. Like, I can't even kill Amicia right now in order to get out of this glitch spot, and restarting the game does not fix the problem. Like, there's no way to play this. I really wanted to play this, but it just... I don't want to do this again, guys. I really don't, but... This is why I should have never played another game that I didn't vet beforehand. Because I ran into this with the Tomb Raider series, and now I'm running into it with this. And the really big problem I am having right now is the fact that, Focus is the publisher. Focus also published Greedfall. Completely different studios. You have Spiders with Greedfall versus Asobo with A Plague Tale. But you would think that the publishers would at least, you know, have some quality control over what they're publishing. But, because again, I cannot keep going back and restarting an entire chapter just to fix a bug that is halfway through every time I run into a bug that basically breaks the game. Damn it. And I don't have anything in my freaking library right now that I wanted to play yet. Oh. So... Usually I do episodes every day, but this is gonna be... There's gonna be a few days that there might not be episodes. Because, I mean, this is only, like, episode 3 of this series. Technically, the first episode hasn't gone out yet. Technically, it is Thursday's episode, and today's Monday. I don't want to be that far behind, though, with posting. God damn it. So, we'll see what happens. I'll see if there's some way to unbug this, but like I said, the logging out of the game and coming back to it and restarting the section and stuff is not working. So, okay, so, this is just a little tag on to, the third episode of A Plague Tale Requiem. I really wanted to play the game and do, you know, the sequel to the first game, especially, you know, both games are gorgeous. I like the overall storylines, even though the writing in a few places is questionable or the characterization is not great from an actual, you know, if you were writing it as a book or a movie or a TV series, whatever. The, like, Hugo's character would have a lot of flaws, a lot of issues with him, basically because they don't keep him in character enough. There's a lot of contradictions in his character, but outside of all of those critiques and complaints and, you know, issues with the general game mechanics, I really debated whether I was even going to release these first 2.5 episodes of Requiem, because it's so early in the gameplay and the series that to just cut it off here, especially after I had said that I wasn't going to do this again after the issues with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I've just decided that I spoke about playing the sequel during the first playthrough enough that I want people to understand why there is not a full playthrough of the second game on the channel. So yes, these 2.5 episodes are going up. I want you to see the bugs. I want you to see the issues that I am having. The fact that even shutting down the game and restarting the sections and relaunching the game, none of that was fixing these bugs, these game-breaking bugs. And this is a game where if you cannot solve the problems exactly as the developers intended you to solve the problems, there's no moving forward. And so I guess I want it to sort of be a cautionary tale where if you go into a game and see reviews that are positive, but you come across things that say there are also bugs, if you read the discussions and the forum posts and stuff that say there are these bugs and they have never been fixed when you are looking at a game to buy and to play on your own, I want you to be aware that, yeah, in some games, you can get past bugs. You can finagle your way. You can change your play style. You can, go about it in a whole different way and problem solve in order to fix those issues. But in a game like this, where you have to hit A, B, C, and D in order to move forward, and there's a very specific manner in which you have to do those tasks because it is a problem-solving game. If you run into bugs, you are not going to be able to move forward, and it is a waste of money. It is a waste of playtime, especially when there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other games out there that you're probably looking to play, and everybody has a finite amount of time. So yeah, I am not continuing on with this series. You can scratch Asobo Studios off of my list of future games to be played. Maybe if they have some older stuff out there, I might look at that, because the original A Plague Tale Innocence did play all right. We did manage to get through it. There were a ton of game mechanics in that game, though, that I absolutely hated. The whole restrictions on the field of vision, where you couldn't see enemies, but they could see you because you had to stay crouched, and as soon as you stood up in order to be able to increase your field of view, you would get caught. No crouch running. So many issues with the non-quick time events, where you had to know exactly what to do and how to do it in order to not die. But there wasn't enough time to figure out the situation and what was going on in order to fix those issues, or get past them without having to repeat it half a dozen times. You know, I hate those sorts of game mechanics. It's one thing to have, like, quick time events in a game, or, you know, field of view with an enemy coming up, like in something like a side scroller that it's predictable and every time it's the same. But when you mix that with enemies who are pacing back and forth on patrols and moving around, and you can't see them to know whether or not they are facing away from you or turning around to come towards you before you even know they're there, that, you know, that is not a proper game mechanic. That is not, I don't want to say ethical, I don't want to say kosher again, but it's not, you're not giving a player a chance to actually learn the game if they are dying and they don't even know, like, how they died. Because they don't have time to figure out what they did wrong. And they have to do it over and over and over again before they can progress far enough in that same mistake, making that same mistake over and over and over again to see exactly why they were dying or where the death was coming from. You know, just catching a guard or a rat horde or whatever would be fine if the field of view was bigger, but that's enough about complaining about game mechanics, because there's people out there who love that sort of game mechanic that only those who know exactly where everything is and have that foreknowledge, and then they turn it into a speed run, which I'm not into speed running things, and I don't like games that you have to know what's coming in order to successfully get past a section of the game. Because to me, that makes the game feel like work, not fun. Yeah, anyways. So, I had not wanted to do the next series this early. It's obviously, like, at least a month early, and I don't know, like, I really don't know what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to be starting the game that I had intended to replace Horizon Zero Dawn with once we finish that, which is Assassin's Creed Origins. Because I had originally wanted to play that over on Rumble, but because there's so much nudity in Origins that is unpredictable and that I need to fix, like, during the post-recording editing process, I can't really do that series over on Rumble. So we will be starting Assassin's Creed Origins. That's kind of frustrating for me because Assassin's Creed has not been doing well on this channel. Granted, it has done a little bit better than The Plague Tale and Greedfall have done. But, yeah, I can't finish A Plague Tale. I need to find something else to do so that I'm not doing just one game on the channel at a time, but I do not intend to do another playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West on this channel. We did the complete game when I played it before, so yeah, even though we did a replay of Zero Dawn, we're not doing a replay of Forbidden West. I might do it on Rumble eventually as a streamed game, but if you have suggestions of games you'd like to see me do, especially because, like, a lot of the focus of the games on this channel so far have been sort of history-based or futuristic, but with, like, a historical bent or, like, an alternate timeline. Like Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, they're very much in tune with the history theme, because a lot of the gameplay in that, a lot of the story moving forward in those games is basically Aloy trying to figure out what happened in the past and doing a lot of what equates to archaeological work in order to save the world and accomplish her mission. So yeah, those games, even though there's a very strong futuristic and very strong sci-fi element to it, those games to me feel like history-based games. It's future history looking back, but it's still history-based. Other games, like Greedfall, is sort of an alternate Renaissance-style game. You have early guns, you have exploration, you have colonization, you have sword fighting and duels and pistols. Not really duels like you think of like a shootout in Red Dead, but you know what I mean. Like all of the historic, all of the combat things that I love from history, and the general rules of Renaissance gameplay is there. So yeah, Greedfall very much felt like a history-based game to me, even though it's alternate history. It's, you know, it's historic fable. Let's put it that way, or a fabled version of history. It's very much like the caricatures in that game are very much what I would look at as being, you know, something out of Aesop's fables or Grimm's fairy tales, or, you know, other sorts of folklore, except set in a Renaissance time period. So yes, that game to me feels very historic. That being said, though, the magic element, if there are games out there that you want to see me play, that are a little darker, a little more fantasy-based, Baldur's Gate 3 is really popular, but I'm not a big fan of the certain aesthetics within that game. I know there are a lot of people who've modded that game to make it look better, but I also don't like some of the quick time events in it, or not quick time, the pause time gameplay. That we get into a little bit of that with Greedfall, and technically, I don't know, the Dying World is out now, like fully. Greedfall, the Dying World. Maybe I will bring that to the channel after Zero Dawn is finished. But we'll see. Just, you know, I don't care if you don't comment anything ever again on any of my videos, but if you have suggestions of games that you think I would enjoy, or games that you would like to see, especially if you're part of my Rumble crew who's coming over from that platform and watching videos over here on YouTube. I really wish that audience traffic was moving in the opposite direction, but yeah, if you're migrating back and forth between the two, please leave me comments, leave me suggestions. I don't care if you do it here or over on Rumble. just let me know, because I feel like the last few years, a lot of the games that I have seen that I would like to play, they just... they're too buggy, they're too badly written. I don't want to be complaining about storyline all the time. I don't want to be complaining about game mechanics that I hate all the time. Because there are a lot of things that I hate. I know other people, they absolutely hate escort missions and things like that, but my big issues are always going to be, like, being pigeonholed into how I play and being forced to solve problems or win fights in a very specific way. I hate games that have predetermined how the player is to succeed, because to me that takes away my autonomy as a gamer, as a problem solver, as somebody capable of critical and creative thinking. And that's why I don't like those sorts of games. And I think that's why I don't like there's a lot of, like, quote unquote cozy games that are targeted to women that are all about the problem solving. And I think that's a really big reason of why I don't like those sorts of games. A lot of those games do have those mechanics where you have to solve problems in a specific way, and any other method you try is going to be wrong. And again, to me, that's not gameplay. That's work. That's doing a task to specifications that somebody else has set, not to, like, what I want to do or how I want to do it. So yeah, I've rambled on long enough. I think you've gotten the picture. I apologize that I cannot finish A Plague Tale Requiem. I apologize if you came to this channel specifically looking for gameplay of that game, and that's the only reason you've clicked on this video or this series in general. It's just not going to happen. And yeah, next up we will be doing Assassin's Creed Origins, and after that, once we finish with Zero Dawn, we'll see what comes up with after that. We might, now that I think about it, maybe, yeah, I will do a playthrough of Greedfall, the sequel that is really a prequel, now that that is fully out and released, because it's been in early access so long that I can't imagine there are too many game-breaking bugs in that game at the moment. I just hope that they have opened up the options for creating decent-looking male protagonists, because in case you haven't realized, just looking at my little alter ego avatar here, I don't like playing as women if I don't have to. Amicia was cool. She wasn't, like, overly girl boss. Aloy is very, like, solving, focus driven, one-minded. She's not, like, girl boss trying to control everybody else and put them down if she doesn't like them or whatever. But yeah, too many other games and movies and TV shows and other media is just, I can't stand women characters anymore in modern media. They're horrible. It's like, give me a character I like because they care about other characters, and not in a romantic way, but actually legitimately have sympathy and empathy for other characters. And too many female characters, too many female protagonists, just, they have no empathy, they have no sympathy, they're just about punching down on everybody else to lift themselves up. And that's really the big reason why I don't have a lot of tolerance for female protagonists anymore. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll be moving on to Origins at least a month sooner than I intended, and I really don't want that to be the 4-day-a-week game, because that's going to take a lot more editing than I'm used to, because yeah, we're going to be probably adding blurs or black boxes and whatnot to a lot of the episodes where we cannot legitimately say, oh, that's just a piece of art. We're not looking at that right now. God, I don't want to have to watch. Oh, that's going to be such a pain in the ass. But anyways, subscribe for more. Check out some of the other series on the channel. Come find me over on Rumble at Equisetum Wild, as you can see in the background. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.